We're diving into 15 things you probably didn't know about living in Queens. Stick around till the end and let me know in the comments below how many of these fun facts were new to you and what surprised you the most. Did you know Queens County has 66 zip codes? Yes, that's more than most counties in the US, and each one represents a unique neighborhood, lifestyle, and market. From 11101 in Long Island City to 11697 in the Rockaways, every number tells a story. Take 11354 in Flushing, with bustling downtown, 11356 in College Point with waterfront charm, to 11357 Whitestone with its suburban feel. Together, these zip codes are like a roadmap to Queens, guiding you through communities that are diverse, historic, and always evolving. So, whether you're right-sizing, relocating, or just exploring, the real question is, which zip code would you like to live in? Let's talk about parks of Queens. Did you know our borough has more than 400 parks and playgrounds, covering over 7,000 acres? From waterfront views in Astoria to the wild woodlands of Ellie Pond, Queens is one of the greenest boroughs in New York City. One of the most fascinating stories is right here in Middle Village, Juniper Valley Park. This 55-acre stretch of green was once a swamp, later a racetrack, and even land owned by the notorious gambler Arnold Roasted. In the 1930s, the Works Progress Administration helped transform it into the public park we know today. And here's the real estate twist. Juniper Valley Park fueled a housing boom. Developers like Stuart Willey built more than 1,500 homes around it, shaping Middle Village into the charming residential neighborhood it is today. What started as swamp and ashes is now one of Queens' most desirable communities, all because of a park at its heart. When you think of Maspeth, you probably picture a quiet, close-knit neighborhood. But here's something most people don't know. This is where European settlement in Queens actually began. Back in 1642, Reverend Francis Doherty and a small group of settlers under a Dutch land grant tried to build the very first village right here in Maspeth. The settlement didn't last long. It was destroyed during the conflicts just a year later. But this was the very beginning of European history in Queens. And it all started here, in Maspeth. Fast forward 2 centuries, and this community came together again, this time to honor its own. At the corner of Grand Avenue and 69th Street stands Maspeth Memorial Square, a simple plaza with a flagpole and plaques, yet filled with meaning. It's dedicated to the residents of Maspeth who served in the armed forces. So, when you stand here today, you are not just at a neighborhood square, you are standing on ground where Queens history began nearly 400 years ago, and where the community still gathers to remember and honor its people. Did you know Queens is called the food capital of the world? Nowhere else on earth can you taste so many different cuisines within just a few subway stops. In Jackson Heights, you can bite into steaming Tibetan momos, dumplings stuffed with meat or veggies and dipped into chili sauce that lights up your taste buds. Head over to Flushing and you'll find the excitement of Korean barbecue, the sound of meat sizzling on the grill, the smoke rising, the flavors filling the whole room. Is dinner and entertainment all at once. In Corona, a simple bowl of Peruvian ceviche will transport you straight to the coast of Lima. Fresh fish, lime juice, and red onions combine into a dish so bright and tangy, it feels like sunshine in a bite. And in Ozone Park, the line outside a small shop tells you everything. People waiting for doubles, soft fried bread filled with curry chickpeas, messy, spicy, absolutely unforgettable. So Queens isn't just another borough, it's a feast of immigrant stories served in a plate. Every bite tells the journey of a family, a culture, a dream. That's why Queens will always be known the true food capital of the world. I bet you didn't know Jackson Heights, the most diverse neighborhood in New York City, is also the birthplace of Scrabble. Right here at the corner of 35th Avenue and 81st Street, you see a street sign styled like Scrabble tiles. It's not just decoration, it honors where one of the world's most beloved word games began. Back in the 1930s, Alfred Mosher Butts, an architect living here in Jackson Heights, created the game in his apartment. He tested it with his neighbors in the basement of the Community United Methodist Church, located at 81-10 35th Avenue, Jackson Heights. The neighborhood has kept the memory alive. A Scrabble-inspired sign first appeared in the 1990s, disappeared for a while, and was later reinstalled thanks to the locals who wanted to preserve this quirky piece of history. So, when you're in Queens, make a stop at this corner and don't forget to drop by to the church. You'll be standing where a cultural phenomenon started, a game that still connects millions of people around the world, one word at a time. Right here in Corona, Queens, is where jazz legend Louis Armstrong lived with his wife, Lucille, from 1943 until his passing in 1971. Unlike many stars who chose Manhattan penthouses, Armstrong loved the sense of community here. He was known to sit out on the stoop, chat with neighbors, and even play music for the kids on this very block. This brick house is now the Louis Armstrong House Museum, preserved just as it was when he lived here. Step inside and you'll see the same mid-century kitchen, music room, and even Armstrong's personal recordings. And imagine this, some of the trees in his own backyard could have been the very trees of green you hear in What a Wonderful World. Armstrong didn't write the song, but his 1967 recording made it timeless, and you can picture him enjoying that view right at home. When Armstrong first moved to Corona, it was a modest working-class neighborhood. Today, it's one of the most diverse communities in New York City. Homes in the area now range from the mid-700s for the smaller properties to well over 1.2 million for the larger ones. Armstrong gave the world unforgettable music, but his heart was here in Queens. Standing in his backyard, you can almost feel the inspiration for the wonderful world he sang about. Here's a little known fact. One of New York City's oldest ice cream parlors is right here on Metropolitan Avenue in Forest Hills. It's called Eddie's Sweet Shop here. It's been serving homemade ice cream since 1925. Walk inside and you step back in time. From the marble counter to the wooden booths, Eddie's is all about old school charm. And the best part, the ice cream is still made fresh with flavors and sundaes that taste just as good as they did nearly a century ago. Every bite here is about tradition and flavor. Sundaes piled high with whipped cream, banana splits, and milkshakes that locals swear by. Look at the crowd. Eddie's is open from 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. Wednesday through Sunday, and is closed on Mondays and Tuesdays. Expect a long line and crowds inside at all times, especially on sunny days. It's cash only, but it won't disappoint. Eddie's isn't just an ice cream shop. It's part of Forest Hills' legacy, a neighborhood known for its tree-lined streets, historic homes, and a strong sense of community. Sports fans, this is your borough right here in Flushing, Citi Field, the home of New York Mets. On summer nights, the stadium lights up the sky with roar of baseball fans And in off-season, it transforms into a stage for some of the biggest concerts in the city. And the location? You're steps away from Flushing Meadows, Corona Park, the US Open Tennis Center, and a quick ride on the 7 train into Manhattan. Living in Queens means this kind of world-class entertainment is part of your everyday backyard. Citi Field isn't just a stadium, it's a reminder that Queens offers the excitement of New York sports and culture, combined with real neighborhoods where people put down roots. Imagine calling this your home base. Next door to the Citi Field is another Queens icon, the other Ashe Stadium, home of the US Open. And did you know you don't need a ticket to feel the energy? Every August, the tournament kicks off with Fan Week, free events where you can catch top players practice, enjoy concerts, and soak in the buzz of one of the biggest events in the world. Fan Week is one of Queens' best kept secrets. It's free and it's a chance for families, locals, and visitors to get close to the action, explore amazing food stands, and experience that unique New York energy before the matches even begin. And once the tournament starts, Arthur Ashe Stadium becomes the world stage for tennis legends. The stadium sits inside Flushing Meadows Corona Park with its iconic Unisphere, biking paths, and lakes, making it more than just a sporting event, but part of Queens' lifestyle. And get this, Queens is about to become the soccer capital too. Right across from Citi Field and Arthur Ashe Stadium, a brand new 25,000-seat stadium is under construction at Willets Point. Opening in 2027, it will be the permanent home of New York City Football Club, NYCFC. This project is transforming Willets Point, once an area full of auto shops and warehouses, into a whole new neighborhood, now with housing, retail, parks, and the city's first Major League Soccer-specific stadium. For NYCFC fans, this is huge. No more bouncing between Yankee Stadium and Citi Field. Finally, a true home base in Queens. And for the borough, it means joining baseball and tennis with a third global sport, all in one place. Here's a wild fact. Long Island City has one of the fastest changing skylines in all of New York City. Just 20 years ago, this neighborhood was filled with warehouses and factories. Today, it's home to some of the tallest residential towers outside Manhattan, giving Long Island City one of the largest concentrations of new high-rises in the entire country. Here's just part of it. But it's not just about the skyline. Long Island City is also one of the city's biggest hubs for art and creativity. MoMA PS1, one of the oldest and largest non-profit contemporary art spaces in the US, is right here, along with countless galleries like the Noguchi Museum. And then there's Gantry Plaza State Park, with its iconic Pepsi Cola sign and sweeping East River views. It offers one of the most breathtaking spots to see the Manhattan skyline. That's what makes Long Island City such a wow place in Queens. A mix of history, art, and modern living, all in one neighborhood. Did you know Queens is home to an Olympic-sized pool that was once built for the 1936 Olympic Trials? You'll find it right here in Astoria, the largest public pool in New York City. But Astoria Park is more than history. It's got epic East River views framed by the Hell Gate and Triborough bridges. The pool itself only opens during the summer season, from late June through Labor Day, drawing thousands of swimmers each year. Beyond the pool, the park's open lawns, waterfront paths make it perfect for morning walks, jogs, or simply unwinding by the river. It's a place where history, community, and everyday life all come together. So next time you're in Astoria Park, take in the pool, the skyline, and the paths that make this one of the most vibrant spots in Queens. In the heart of Forest Hills, surrounded by Tudor-style homes and leafy streets, sits a stadium that comes alive every summer's fall. Built in 1923 for tennis, it quickly found its rhythm in music, hosting icons like Beatles and Bob Dylan. Today, after its revival, Forest Hill Stadium is one of New York's most unique concert venues. Thousands pour in on show nights, filling local cafes and sidewalks before gathering under the open sky. The mix of world-class music with a cozy neighborhood backdrop makes every concert here feels both electric and intimate, an experience you won't find anywhere else in the city. Queens is not just about great eats, it's about luxury, ultra luxury. As you can see, I'm here now in Malba. It's a exclusive neighborhood close to Whitestone. These waterfront homes sell for between $3 million to $10 million. Quiet, private, and serene. It feels like a world apart from the rest of the city. Out of New York City's 3 major airports, 2 are right here in Queens. JFK here and LaGuardia. That means if you live in Queens, you're just minutes from some of the busiest gateways to the world. Whether you're flying domestic from LaGuardia or international out of JFK, you don't have to trek across the city. It's one of the things that makes Queens not just diverse and exciting, but also incredibly connected. Cheers. And that's it. 15 things you might not have known about Queens. I hope you found it interesting. If you enjoyed it, feel free to subscribe so you can catch more of my content when it comes out. And if you are ever thinking about buying or selling in Queens, I'm here to help as your local expert. Just reach out anytime.